All right, yeah. I don't know what you're doing with your piercing in your tongue, but we don't need to see that. I want to see it.
Oh, my bad. I'm at work. My bad.
All right, we don't do my bads here. We just don't do it. All right, so Miss, you need to be out of that bed and you're not dressed appropriately for Zoom. All right, so you're going to have to speak up. Nobody can hear you.
I think it's just what I'm on, but yes, you can hear me.
Yes, slapping somebody who has dementias and Alzheimer's. This is just somebody just hired off the street and said, hey, you have a high school diploma. You want to receive minimum wage to take care of people that nobody else maybe wants to take care of. And this is where we end up.
Today's courtroom story spirals out of control fast. Brat is facing serious charges after allegedly striking an elderly woman suffering from dementia and Alzheimer's, and her attitude in court only makes things worse. She walks in like it's a joke, casually playing with her tongue piercing, not taking the situation seriously at all. Judge Wood shuts that down immediately. But instead of learning her lesson, her next appearance is even more shocking. She shows up looking like she just rolled out of bed, barely dressed, as if court is some casual errand. And here's the wild part. This isn't a minor offense. She's staring down a charge that could mean up to 20 years behind bars. Yet she's acting like she's waiting for her coffee order instead of fighting for her freedom. You can practically see the judge's patience wearing thinner with every second of that careless, smug attitude. But I want to hear from you. Does behavior like this deserve serious prison time, or should she get a second chance with probation? Let's jump in and see how it unfolds.
Miss Janisha Walton, if you want to appear on Zoom, you're going to need to have your video and you need to unmute. All right, yeah. I don't know what you're doing with your piercing in your tongue, but we don't need to see that. I want to see it.
Oh, my bad. I'm at work. My bad.
All right, we don't do my bads here. We just don't do it. So if you want to continue to appear by Zoom, you need to appear appropriately dressed, and nobody wants to see you fiddling with your tongue piercing. All right, you're going to be back on June 2nd. And June 2nd, you can appear by Zoom, but if the court finds that you are not behaving appropriately, Zoom, that will be suspended. All right, thank you. It gets to be like 60. Oh my gosh, it's too cold. All right, so Miss, you need to be out of that bed and you're not dressed appropriately for Zoom. All right, you need to put on a jacket or something, Miss.
We'll get that.
All right, Miss, you need to put on a jacket or something.
Oh, okay. You want me to call her and tell her?
Yes.
So I'll text her.
All right, thank you. And I just sent her a chat.
Okay.
So if you just step to the side and I'll call you right back. And is this going to be an agreement or jury trial?
It's going to be an agreement, ma'am.
All right, so if you all will get the paperwork ready.
I have several courts to be in today. Could we do this on another day? I've got.
I mean, we're here, she's here.
Okay, and we can do it via, I believe she's in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken, at least Illinois.
All right,
That's
so.
fine. I can text you when the paperwork's ready.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to put you in the waiting room and they'll get the paperwork sent to you. Ms. Ferguson will need your email and her email. All right, thank you.
Yes, Judge, we went through the paperwork earlier, so she's all set.
No, she needs to be sworn in.
Okay.
And if you go in that breakout room, the clerk will let you know if they have all the paperwork or if there's some issue.
Okay.
Please do not leave the room until someone requests you leave the room.
I know I'm trying to get back and join that room, but I don't know how to get back in.
Another room so it could pop up on your screen. And it's now room number 2. And are you Miss Walton? You need to unmute.
Yes.
All right, Miss Walton, you have a right to appear in person.
It's unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yes. Are you able to hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right, Miss Walton, you have a right to appear in person in court, but I am in receipt of a consent to plead by video conference. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and electronically sign it?
Yes.
Did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it?
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to have to speak up. Nobody can hear you.
I think it's just what I'm on. But yes, yes. You can hear me?
Yes. Did you review the true bill of indictment? You're saying yes?
Yes, I did.
All right, did you review that with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
Did you understand you're charged with intentionally or knowingly committing bodily injury against a child, elderly, or disabled person at a state facility?
Yes.
That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be no contact with the complainant, the anger management course, and you're prohibited from practicing as a nurse in the state of Texas. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, it is.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years, and there be 120 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
My client is in Chicago. She understands, she should not have slapped this individual. She does accept responsibility for it. She would just like to move on and be able to work and complete her probation without any problems.
Let's be real. She's probably hoping for probation so she can walk out like nothing ever happened. But the way she's presenting herself tells a completely different story. Flicking her tongue piercing at the judge like she's bored in a classroom, that's not confidence, that's self-sabotage. And if that wasn't bad enough, she shows up to another hearing without even properly getting dressed, looking like she wandered in straight from bed. That kind of appearance doesn't just come off as disrespectful, it sends a message that she doesn't care about the seriousness of her situation. And when you're facing a charge that carries a potential 20-year sentence, attitude matters. Judges don't just listen to words, they watch your effort, your body language, and the respect you show the court. If someone can't even take the time to dress appropriately for a hearing, it raises a serious question. How are they going to follow the strict rules of probation? And honestly, that kind of mindset doesn't just hurt your chances, it can completely destroy them.
All right, so how much training does she have in the field? Is she a licensed nurse, or is she a person that somebody hires and says, hey, we need somebody to come in as a caregiver?
She will have to answer that one.
All right, are you a licensed nurse?
No, I'm working towards getting my CNA.
All right, so this is a situation where somebody just hired you to come in and work in a facility.
I'm a caregiver.
All right, so what's your level of education to be a caregiver?
I finished high school.
All right. See, this is what I mean. Everybody's just letting everybody be a caregiver. And the problem is that being a caregiver for somebody, I think that's sort of like a calling. You have to have said, you know what, I'm going into that field, because you're dealing with people who have dementia, Alzheimer's, people who can't take care of themselves, people who need somebody to bathe them. The patient gets upset because they're not doing what they're allowed to do anymore. They can't communicate because they have dementia and Alzheimer's. Then everybody and their mothers just hiring random people, paying them minimum wage or less than. And then we end up here with somebody slapping somebody who has dementias and Alzheimer's. So I know you all say she's prohibited from practicing as a nurse in the state of Texas. Okay, but she's not a nurse. She's not licensed to be a nurse. This is just somebody that somebody just hired off the street and said, hey, you have a high school diploma. You want to receive minimum wage to take care of people that nobody else maybe wants to take care of. And this is where we end up. And what was the name of this facility? Let me see. Chapters Living of San Antonio. All right. This is what the court is going to do. Does anybody want to speak to length of probation? The state is asking for 3 years. All right. Court is going to sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. There's a $1,500 fine. There is to be proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider, no employment with working with minors, no employment with working with people who are disabled. There's to be no practicing as a nurse in Texas or anywhere else. So I'm just going to say no practicing as a nurse. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular random UAs, 120 hours of community service restitution. The $1,500 fine will be probated. There's to be anger management. I'm ordering anger management because you all agreed to it, but it just appears that you were a person who should never have been working with someone in any type of facility or young children or people who have mental health issues. That's just not a field for you. Good luck to you. Don't take any more of these positions that requires you to have patience and that requires you to be with someone who has dementia, Alzheimer's, they're elderly, they need somebody to be kind and patient with them. You should work in those positions. Do you understand?
Yes.
And I do fault the company that hired you as well.
The scary thing about cases like this is that you never truly know what someone is capable of until something goes wrong. On the outside, a person might seem calm, normal, even kind. But behind the scenes, anger and violence can be hiding just beneath the surface. That's what makes situations like this so complicated, especially for businesses that trust people to care for vulnerable individuals. They can run background checks and screenings, but if there's no prior history, there's no way to predict who might snap. Judge Boyd raised some valid points about the system, but at the end of the day, responsibility still comes down to one person. No system forced the decision to harm an elderly woman with dementia. That choice was hers alone. And when you combine that with the lack of accountability and the careless way she's been showing up to court, it's hard to believe real change is coming anytime soon. But what do you think? Should the home care company share the blame for trusting the wrong person, or is this completely on the individual who crossed the line? Thanks for watching, and let me know your thoughts in the comments.